Welcome back to the Midday News and a special welcome to our viewers on onespotmedia.com and on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands. We apologize for a technical difficulty earlier. Back to our earlier story, the opposition People's National Party has announced the members of its shadow cabinet. PNP President Mark Golding says the team of spokespersons and deputies will provide oversight, hold the government accountable, and present alternative policies that reflect the party's vision for a just, inclusive, and progressive Jamaica. More in this report. Heading the list of opposition spokespersons is the PNP president himself. Mark Golding will speak on matters relating to defense and constitutional affairs. Julian Robinson remains as opposition spokesperson on finance and public service. He will be joined by two deputies, Senators Lambert Brown and Ramon Ferguson. Also maintaining their roles are Dr. Dayton Campbell, Philip Paulwell, Anthony Hilton, Dr. Alfred Dawes, Damian Crawford, Wavell Hines, and Senator Floyd Morris in the areas of agriculture, energy and telecommunications, trade, industry and global logistics, health and wellness, education, sports and housing, respectively. Mr. Crawford's deputy spokesperson is Dr. Maziki Thame, while Senator Keisha Anderson will work with Mr. Hilton. Michael Phillips also returns as opposition spokesman on transport, Ian Hales, water and special projects, Fitz Jackson, national security, and Natalie Nita Garvey, local government. She will be deputized by Rosemary Shaw. Newcomers Andrea Perkis, Nikisha Burchell, Christopher Brown, Omar Newell, Dr. Kenneth Russell, Dennis Gordon, Zulika Jess, and Isat Buchanan are the spokespersons for tourism and linkages, creative industries, culture and information, science, technology and digital transformation, environment and climate resilience, rural and community development, urban renewal and development, justice and youth, and human rights, respectively. While Senator Donna Scott Motley will now speak on issues relating to foreign, regional, and diaspora affairs, Richard Azan and his deputy Dwayne Vaz, roads and works. Lothan Cousins, land settlements and titling, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke and Deputy Senator Alan Bernard, social protection and social transformation. Peter Bunting is the opposition spokesman on productivity, efficiency and competitiveness. His deputy, Senator Cleveland Tomlinson, while Denise Daly is the spokesperson on gender, the elderly, and persons with disabilities. Her deputy is Heather Miller Bennett. In Westmoreland, scores of students missed school today as in Macneland, Little London remains flooded. It's the second time in less than 2 weeks the area has been affected. Kimberly Petty reports.
It's day 2 in the community of Macneland in Little London, Westmoreland, and the residents are still trying to brave it to come to get some amount of livelihood and safety. Now, we understand that the children who are in dire need of attending school today are unable to do so because many of them are marooned on the inside. And for others who aren't, they had to be rescued by community members in order to go to school this morning. We spoke to this couple who we saw leaving the community on a motorcycle, and they relayed to us that their child is unable to go to school, and that the father, is unable to go to work. And so the residents are frustrated. They are in dire need of help, and they're calling on the authorities to intervene. Now here with us, we also caught up with Councillor for the division, Ian Miles.
But I'm extremely disappointed this time for more than one reasons. The fact that we would have spent millions of dollars to create a dike to block the river from coming or flowing inside the community over the years. And, I'm now being told that truckers would have gone there to remove the topsoil for personal gains. They took the topsoil and sell it.
Reporting from Macneland here in Little London, I am Kimberly Petty.
The search continues for a missing Manchester High School student, Jaden Smith. Jaden, a first-form student from Wales, South Manchester, was last seen on Friday evening after school. Principal of Manchester High School, Jasford Gabriel, is urgently appealing for both national and international support in locating young Jaden.
And was reportedly seen in Mandeville after 5 p.m. That's a time when he would generally be home already, and he has not been seen since.
The matter has been reported to the police and all relevant agencies, who are now working to ensure Jaden's safe return. If anyone has information or knows the whereabouts of Jaden Smith, please call 119 or contact the nearest police station. A man believed to be in his mid to late 20s was found dead in St. Tullus, Porus, Manchester on Sunday afternoon. He has been identified as 26-year-old Lavar Malcolm from Kentare District, St. Andrew. Police say that around 2 p.m. Malcolm was with a group near St. Tullus River when a gunman approached and shot him. When he resisted, he was shot multiple times in the upper body. His body was found face down near the river bank. 5 spent 9mm casings and blood were found at the scene. No CCTV footage is available. The police are investigating. Students of the Green Island High School in Hanover say they're excited and more at ease now that the school has been gifted the long-awaited stop signal and pedestrian crossing. They're hoping it will help to save lives, and as they've lost peers in fatal accidents in front of the school. Kimberly Petty has that report.
Beaming with excitement, these students pressed the stop signal button to safely cross the pedestrian crossing to enter their school, Green Island High. Shanoy Gooden was among the group.
I'm also extremely excited for the stoplight, as we're the only school in Jamaica that is set in history of having a stoplight.
She says the stop signal will be beneficial, especially to the grade 7 students who started school a few weeks ago.
It is a project of immense magnitude, if you ask me, because this now will add a layer of safety for our students. It means that they will now have a time when they can cross from exiting their different drive to the school compound in a safe environment, and also when they exit it.
He pointed to the importance of the $26 million project and appealed to motorists to comply.
Have you had any accidents here with kids?
We have had in the past where we even years now students lost their lives here because motorists were just speeding along, not mindful of they are entering the school zone. So with the stoplight now, it is mandatory. It's a reminder to them.
TVJ News understands that in 2011, a woman and her nephew were fatally mowed down in Green Island, sparking calls for the traffic lights. In June 2025, the parish got its first stop signal, also courtesy of Princess Hotels and Resorts.
So with Princess initiating this initiative along with the other association, organization, it couldn't come at a better time where we prioritize the safety of our students, and this only add to the 3 different pillars that we would have put in place at school to ensure that our students are safe.
Enrico Pezzoli is the general manager of Princess Hotels and Resorts.
We know that Green Island High School has more than 1,800 students here, so it was absolutely necessary to have safety in the area, and that's why we are very happy today that we could commission and open this. It's both traffic lights in front of the hotel and in front of the high school.
Member of Parliament Heather Miller Bennett was present at the commissioning of the stop signal.
I'm happy that it's happening now. It's the start of a new school year, and so I welcome this initiative and welcome the partners and thank all the partners that have come together to make this happen.
Meanwhile, NWA's Stephen Shaw underscored the importance of the initiative.
We have over 1,600 students who attend this institution, and so there's a lot of traffic going into and out of the school from one side of the road to another, and it was always a major concern of the National Works Agency from a safety standpoint. And so we were very happy that the hotel was able to partner with us to have this system erected. It is equipped with a push-button system.
And so he commits to visiting the school and sensitizing the students. Kimberly Petty for TVJ News.
Another multi-million-dollar investment in technical and vocational education and training, TVET, has landed, this time at the Vere Technical High School in Clarendon. This as the government's education transformation drive is putting skills at the center of Jamaica's growth story. Vere Technical High is the latest school to benefit from a state-of-the-art agro-food processing lab, an $18 million upgrade under the Ministry of Education's billion-dollar push to modernize TVET facilities across the island, from mixers to sealers and sterilizers. The lab comes fully equipped to train students in food processing for today's workforce. Dr. Casson Troop is Permanent Secretary in the Education Ministry.
We got an additional $400 million this year in the budget just for TVET labs. And we're going across all our technical high schools with $400 million additional. So VeerTech is very lucky, Chairman. You're getting another lab this year. Yes. You're getting the remote virtual welding lab that will show our boys and girls that you don't have to weld right here and everything splashing up on you. And no. You're going to see remote things, they just program things and it just happen. 21st century cutting edge resources that we are bringing into our schools.
That means students won't just strike sparks with steel. They'll use remote, programmed welding systems, stimulations that mirror the real thing without risk.
Part of that package is to get our neighboring schools in. So whilst we can't get it everywhere all at once, we are not denying the neighboring schools of access so they too can get the exposure they need as they hone their skills in their different schools.
Since 2023, the ministry has pumped $1.2 billion into upgrading and building labs at schools across Jamaica. The plan to make institutions like Vere Technical into TVET hubs.
This is what it's about. How do we teach our students to understand why are we learning, what are we learning, and how we can use what we are learning to grow ourselves and the economy. That's really what this lab is all about, simply put.
According to Dr. Troop, the investment is more than new machines. It's a pathway to skills, jobs, and national development. It's now time for a break, but stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It's now time for the Business Minute.
JN Bank says its capital adequacy ratio has risen above the Bank of Jamaica's new requirements introduced in March. The bank reports capital of $27.4 billion, representing 13% of risk-rated assets, up from 12.5% in 2024. Non-performing loans also dropped sharply from 10% of revenues in 2024 to just $653 million, compared with $16.3 billion the previous year. Pre-tax profits rose to $582 million, compared with $468 million the year before. But after paying $143 million in taxes, net profits stood at $439 million, down from $1.26 billion last year, when the bank benefited from a tax credit. Video game giant Electronic Arts is reportedly in talks to go private. The Wall Street Journal, citing sources, is reporting the deal would be valued at about $50 billion. That would make it the largest leveraged buyout in history. According to the Journal, Jared Kushner's private equity firm would be among the investors. Kushner is President Trump's son-in-law. The Journal is reporting a deal could be announced as soon as next week. Electronic Arts is behind the franchises Madden, The Sims, and FIFA. For the Business Minute, I'm Prince Moore.
And now for the top regional and international stories, here's Antonia Atkinson.
3 police officers at Chedi Jagan International Airport in Guyana were arrested for allegedly demanding money from a passenger. CCTV footage confirmed the claim, and an investigation is underway. Now, starting Monday, all law enforcement at ports of entry in Guyana must wear body cameras. The Guyana Police Force says it has zero tolerance for corruption and warns officers involved in bribery will face the full force of the law. Passengers are reminded no payments are required to clear lawful items at the airport or border crossings.
Thanks, O'Shane. And we head to a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have the midday sports report.